I think that last year we had a very young team, and I think it was 5 out of 7 varsity spots were freshmen, 2 were seniors. We have Noah Callanan returning, who I think was one of those seniors that will make a big impact for our team. And we have a very large class of freshman men that I think fit into the culture very well. And I think I'm excited to see them continue to grow. I think a lot of running and, sports in general is learning. And I think that a lot of people are returning a lot more prepared for the season, and also they know what to expect. And I think that once you understand a system and you're working through it, there's big jumps and improvement. So I think we can expect to see a lot of improvement from our upperclassmen as well. Mentioned before, Noah Callanan, he's returning for the fall semester, and I think he'll be a big impact also just as a leader. Our 2 captains, Bergen Weiner and Nick Matty, I'm really looking forward to their leadership on the team. They are really reliable, and I think as a coach, if you don't have reliable captains, like, this season is not what it could be. So I'm really looking forward to their leadership. They've both been hard workers, very coachable, and seen really large improvements the last year and a half. And so I think that they will lead the men in doing all the little things necessary to be successful. First of all, we have Jonah DeWitt. He went back and forth between our first and second runner last year. I think that he is really coming into his own as an athlete, and I am excited to see what he can do this season. We have Max Thomas, who is also, just by who he is, a leader on the team. I think he'll definitely be a contributor. We also have Nathan Strebel, Ben Radens, and Alex Hemmerlin, who are also on varsity last year. And I think I'm looking forward to see what they all can do this fall, kind of it being their second go round. I think for the men especially, it's being diligent in summer training. And with D3, it's hard because the coaches can't force you to do it. We can, suggest it, all those things, but it really has to be them that are willing to do the work to be successful. And I think that we have a group that are dedicated enough to each other that they set that base, hopefully, for this season. So that's one thing. The second thing is humility. Men sometimes tend to overestimate what they can do. And I think being humble enough to realize they need to do all the little things and also holding each other accountable to those. And lastly, I think it is having the right focus, and that is being focused on competing for Christ and for each other. And I think as soon as couple people start thinking more about themselves than about others is when the team falls apart. So selflessness and others' focus is really, really big for both of our teams. I think that anything can happen. And I know that some key runners graduated last year. So I think that we have an opportunity as a young and growing team to possibly have a shot at the title. But you never know. I want our men to focus on what they can do to be better and being gritty and competitive. But the more we focus on our weaknesses and how we can improve, the stronger we are, because at the end of the day, you can only control yourself, not others. I think that W&J will be in the mix. I think that Franciscan will still be really strong, in St. Vincent, of course. So I think it will kind of be the same 4 teams that it was last year. And you never know from other teams as well. You never know what freshmen could do. So I think that you always want to be in the mindset that you have something to fight for. So.